What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video, and a few days ago I was talking about how streaming services, how they really decline and they're making boneheaded and dumb decisions, and I mentioned a show called Invincible. And so in that video I brought up the fact how they took like a random break in between their season 2 that people waited almost, I think, 3 years for no reason other than to take in the emotional shock of what happened in the mid-season finale, even though what happened was not shocking at all. It was not something that needed a break from. This show has effectively killed its own momentum, and I'm going to explain to you why in this video. So when Invincible season 1 ended, everyone was hyped about season 2 because the way season 1 ended on a big cliffhanger of what happens with everything. And I'm not going to spoil what happened. I do recommend you check out the show, but after what happened, it was a very like emotional, climactic ending. And it wasn't really a cliffhanger, but it was more of like, okay, where do we go from here with the characters? When it ended in 2021, we had to wait 2 years for the next season to drop. And so there's like, you want to make sure the highest quality, this and the third. And so when the first images, the first teaser came out, people were complaining because the animation looked different. It looked very scaled back from the original season, because the original season was very like, you could tell it was lower animation quality than the previous season. And so people already had issues with that. And so they release, you know, they dropped the date. So they do the thing where they release each episode weekly. And so the first 4 episodes went by, and the story gets gradually more and more epic, more twists and turns and stuff like that. More things happen. You're interested to see where the story goes and all that stuff. And then it just stops. You know what I mean? It just, the cliffhanger of episode 4, which wasn't really a cliffhanger at all. And so with this cliffhanger, they really ruined all the momentum, because the people who were invested in the show week to week now have to wait 4 months since this come out in March. Yes, March. 4 months means it will be 3 years exactly. I think 3 years, because it just says March. I believe so. So March 14th is when the second half of season 2. So it will be almost 3 years to the day that season 1 came out, and that we're waiting for the rest of season 2. And the fact that they're taking a 4-month break, not for any quality issues, not for any we're finishing up the episodes, just for an arbitrary break just to get more attention, is the dumbest decision ever. Because the people who have their Prime Video subscriptions that were interested in seeing it probably won't have it again when the show drops, or not going to get it just for 4 episodes. Like, I'm not spending money on a Prime Video subscription just to watch 4 episodes of a show so it can go on another 2-year hiatus. I'm not doing it. It's so pointless. It's like, what are we doing here? And it really killed all momentum just to, I don't know if it's to be different, I don't know. And people already putting on the perception of, if this second half of the season 2 is as bad as the first half of season 1, not in terms of like the story or the writing or voice acting or anything like that, but in terms of quality, people are gonna just drop the show. Because why do I have to wait so long to finish the story when I can literally just go and read all 100 issues of the book and be done with it in a week? It's like, what are we doing here? It's like, the people who make this decision is the dumbest reason ever. And if you think I'm just having this reaction, let's look at the comments underneath the video itself from Amazon Prime.
I would say we should just be grateful that it's only 2 months away, but this just kills the entire momentum of the entire season. The only reason they split it is because they wanted us to take in the mid-season finale, which wasn't even that groundbreaking. I really wonder why they can't just schedule it like they did with season 1.
We've taken in episode 4, we've absorbed it. It wasn't anything mind-boggling. We don't need a 4-month break to process 1 episode.
You know, there is some amount of logic to spreading out the release dates of episodes. It gets more engagement about people speculating what will happen next, people talk about the show for longer, you get to advertise more to spread the word more, and gaps between seasons can feel less terrible. That's why lots of companies will still do weekly release schedules and split season in half. But splitting it up like this, making people wait 4 months for only half a season of content, that's a way to kill a lot of the hype for a show. Typically splitting a season up is done by 1, maybe 2 months, and it works well enough. But when you have to wait a third of a year for only 4 episodes, Not only does it build expectations of quality you can't possibly hope to match, it also just upsets viewers that they have to wait for no reason. It's a great way to turn viewers against you and actually kill a lot of the momentum a show gets, since now viewers know not to expect much anytime they get new content, especially after such a long wait between seasons 1 and 2 in the first place.
On God, like I know my hype for the second season is at an all-time low because of this.
And so even then you can see the fans that are commenting on the videos, there's also people on Twitter and all over social media, they're saying how, yo, I forgot this show even came out. This is gonna make us forget your show by doing these random hiatuses, and this just kills all momentum. And I'm not interested in this show as much as I did previously. And so hopefully they take this lesson, hopefully they take this feedback and figure out a way. If it's a production issue, I understand, but if it was a production issue, they should have just held all 8 episodes back and released it this year then, instead of just giving us half and then disappearing for 4 months. It's like, that's not how you keep people engaged in the product that you're making. But y'all let me know down below what y'all think. Let me know, are you less excited for the second half of the show? Are you still looking forward to it? And I'll be in the comments. See y'all later. Peace.